Eric Bieniemy, good friend growing up right here in SoCal, is headed to UCLA as the assistant head coach, offensive coordinator. Smitty, I don't know.
How you feel about this, JB? This is your guy right here. I grew up together. How you feeling?
Deshaun Foster hired him. So basically, here's a little background. So if you don't know, EB recruited Deshaun Foster. Deshaun's from SoCal as well as EB. Deshaun's younger than I am. EB's older than I am. So there's definitely an age gap. UCLA better have the best running back room in America. You better have the number one leading rushing team in the country with those two great running backs there and two great running back coaches. They're both really, really good running back coaches. There's a lot to dive into in 4 minutes, Smitty. Listen.
We might go to 6 minutes for this one. We might have to. It is what it is.
Yeah, we got to catch up, though, because we're already late because we talked too much on Cam Newton. All right, let me dive into this. A SoCal legend who's been at UCLA prior, okay? He's recruited guys like your guy, Maurice Jones-Drew, Mercedes Lewis, a lot of other great talent to UCLA. He had Adrian Peterson coming to UCLA, contrary to belief. Nobody knows that story. A few people know it, but I know the real story. He had Adrian Peterson coming with Maurice Jones-Drew. Here's the thing. Why is he blackballed from the league? That is the question. Because, listen, first, no head coaching opportunity. Now, no OC opportunities. Andy Reid didn't even bring him back to KC. He recruited Deshaun Foster. I believe so this whole thing makes sense. No question. I'm glad for UCLA as a UCLA fan growing up so that they did this. But why is EB being blackballed is the real question to the story. Or is he? Is the cat just out of the bag, Smitty? Is the cat out the bag? Is he not the guy? Andy was the guy, entitled EB as his OC, got him the name recognition, but now folks know after Washington had an even worse offense than Turner had the year before, maybe, just maybe, EB isn't who everyone thought he was. Now, either way, it makes for great news. We're talking about it right now, Smitty, you and I. And it's not a bad thing here in SoCal for UCLA fans. Let me just tell you, he's a great recruiter. He'll get in your ass. And I'm very, very curious and interested in seeing how EB's personality is handled by college players and parents in today's landscape. I don't know if you can do it. I don't know if it can happen. I'm willing to see if EB can manipulate his personality and massage it and become someone that he really doesn't want to be. And that is an assimilator. Can he assimilate? I don't know. Because I don't know if I could. Not that hard. He's got to make a hard right. And I don't know. I don't know if he can. But the question is to you, before we move on, why not one NFL team brought him in?
I think the cat's out the bag, JB. You know, and I know this is your guy, so I ain't about to kill him or nothing like that. I'm sure he's a good dude, good coach, good leader of men. We heard the story about him going in to talk to the Chiefs before their I think it was the AFC Championship game and give him a motivational speech. So a lot of good qualities to him as an actual coach and a leader of men. But when it comes to the X's and O's offensively as the offensive coordinator, I just don't know if he's done enough to really get a head coaching job or get a big time OC job. I think the Commanders were ranked 24th in total team offense last season. The offense was worse with him than they were the year prior. And again, when he's with the Chiefs, as you already alluded to, we know who was running that offense. It's Andy Reid. It's not even a question. We all know that. So, yeah, Bieniemy had the title OC, but he wasn't a true offensive coordinator. So, again, I don't even think it's really a diss to him. He has to do more at that position. And I think this probably makes no sense.
Here's my issue, though, and I'm going to keep it 100 and real on this show as we always do. I have seen a million OCs in this league, whether hired by nepotism, hired by a good old boy network, or kept in the circle with my skin tone, that would never, ever have to go to college to coach if they've already been known in the NFL as a coordinator, coach, QB, running back, etc. guy? Old school guys that yell at guys, regardless. I don't understand why EB is so different. He's been in the NFL for the last 15, and yet he has to go to college. I've seen guys like, I've seen the Cliff Kingsburys of the world. How is he in the league right now and EB's not?
Well, but Cliff did go to college and left and can't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had to do that.
He's never done anything. Like, he's never done shit at the 4-year level ever. He never won at the 4-year level. It surely didn't get him a NFL job. He wasn't worthy of one unless he knew somebody, this is what it is. And then he was horrible as a head coach in the NFL, goes back to USC, and now he's back in the league while Eric Bieniemy stayed in the league, and now he's out the league.
But I think with Kingsbury, like, he's proven to be a really good offensive mind, and that's it. He's not proven to be a great head coach. He ain't proven to be none of that, which is why he's not a head coach right now. He's back in the NFL as an offensive mind, you know what I'm saying, which I think is a good fit for him. And I think Bieniemy could have stayed in the NFL and maybe been a running back coach or something like that, but he probably didn't want to take that big of a step down considering he just came from an OC role. So sometimes in life, JB, you got to take a step back to take a huge leap forward. And maybe if he goes to UCLA for 2 years and kills it, he'll have an opportunity to come back to the NFL if he chooses to do so.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I would take an EB right now, a guy that I can control the room with, over Cliff Kingsbury, who can't get anything out of their players. Let's just look at the roster, and we're going to move on, but that Washington roster is horrific. Up front, O-line wise, they had no running game. They have one receiver, McLaurin, basically a rookie QB. He got everything out of that offense from getting them to just actually buy in and run through a wall, even though there was early turmoil that they couldn't play for the guy. He was too mean and yelled at him and all this old soft shit. This is what the league is now. They rather have capri pant wearing coaches than a dude who's really, really in your ass. And that's the problem. That's what's sad. I don't know how it works out for EB in college when he's that way. If NFL guys are bitching and moaning, I don't know how he's going to do it.
In my opinion, he'll have a better shot at that coaching style at the college level than the NFL level. Because, I mean, not every college player is making big NIL money. Not every college player is in position to be fucking entering transfer portal and move around and all that. In the NFL, everybody making big bread and big money. And
I don't know if
he's a grown ass man. So, like, in NFL, these are real men. A lot of men who are 30-some years old, they don't want no other, like, grown man talk to them a certain type of way. At the end of the day, these college guys, they're young men or they're kids. They're 18 or 19 or 20. Like, it's still like a certain difference between a respect level, a age level, a parent type factor. Some of these young men don't have fathers in their lives, so like it's a little different at the college level. I think he can get away with some of that.
I don't know
stuff.
I hear what you're saying. I don't know if I agree, only for the simple fact that once you get yelled at UCLA by EB, you're in the portal. And I don't care how much money you make in the NIL. The bottom line is you have a escape, get out of free pass card every day, and you could go to a portal. How is EB handling that? I think he's going to be miserable. I think he's actually miserable going back because now his whole life is going to change once again. Now he's from LA, he's back home, but I don't know if this helps his career at all, just to be real with you.